Did you know a single crash once changed the entire future of Formula One? In a sport of speed and glory, where legends are made, some moments burn into memory not for victory, but for pure, terrifying survival. What happens when crossing the finish line isn't guaranteed? Today, we show the top 5 crashes that shocked the world, reshaped the sport, and forced F1 to confront its own mortality. These are the moments that defined an era and the sport itself. Crash 1. The Phoenix rises. Romain Grosjean, Bahrain, 2020. Our countdown begins with a modern miracle. November 29, 2020. The Bahrain Grand Prix. A routine start transformed into a scene from a nightmare. Romain Grosjean's Haas, impaling the barrier at 137 miles per hour, erupting into a monstrous inferno. For 27 agonizing seconds, the world held its breath. No one believed survival was possible. But from the flames, like a phoenix, emerged Romain. His escape, nothing short of a miracle, a testament to modern F1 safety, and one device in particular, the Halo, driver's guardian angel. Crash 2. The Fireball fiasco. Jos Verstappen, Hockenheim, 1994. Next, a terrifying incident from a pivotal year in F1 history. Back to 1994, a season already scarred by tragedy. But at Hockenheim, another terrifying incident unfolded involving the Benetton team. Jos Verstappen's car, during a seemingly routine pit stop, became an instant fireball, fuel spraying onto hot exhausts, igniting in an instant. The images are horrifying. Crew members ablaze, Verstappen trapped for a terrifying moment in the inferno. Remarkably, serious injuries were avoided, but the message was clear. This crash wasn't just about the fire. It extinguished a dangerous practice in F1 forever. What seemingly minor detail caused this inferno, and how did it change pit stops as we know them? Pit stop refueling. Banned after this crash. 3. The rivalry explodes. Hamilton versus Rosberg, Spain 2016. Not all brutal crashes are about fire or life-threatening injuries. Sometimes they're about shattered championship dreams and explosive rivalries. May 15, 2016. The Spanish Grand Prix. 2 titans, 2 teammates, 1 team. Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, locked in an intense championship battle, collided on the very first lap. Both cars out of the race. The tension, palpable. This wasn't just a racing incident. It was the boiling point of one of F1's most famous modern rivalries. The crash highlighted the immense pressure and fierce competition even within the same team, proving that sometimes the greatest danger comes from within. This infamous collision sent shockwaves through the dominant Mercedes team. How did this incident impact their championship battle, and what did it reveal about the psychology of racing at the absolute limit? Teammates, no more. Crash 4. The Legends Inferno. Niki Lauda, Nürburgring, 1976. Our penultimate crash involves a true legend of the sport, and perhaps the most incredible comeback story in F1 history. August 1st, 1976. The Nürburgring Nordschleife. Niki Lauda, reigning world champion for Ferrari, pushed the limits on the treacherous circuit. His Ferrari veered off track, hit a barrier, and burst into a horrifying inferno. Trapped in the burning wreckage, Lauda suffered severe burns and lung damage. He was pulled from the flames by fellow drivers, his life hanging by a thread. What followed was miraculous. Just 42 days later, Niki Lauda was back in his Ferrari, racing again. This crash and his unimaginable recovery not only cemented his legendary status, but also propelled F1 into a new era of safety consciousness, especially regarding fire protection and medical response. Niki Lauda's fiery crash became a symbol of human resilience. How did this near-fatal incident fundamentally change fire safety regulations and medical protocols in F1? Niki Lauda, the ultimate comeback. Crash 5. The Darkest Weekend. Imola, 1994. Senna and Ratzenberger. Finally, the crash that stands as F1's most profound tragedy, forever altering its course. 1994. The San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. a weekend that would forever be etched in F1's collective memory as its darkest. Friday saw Rubens Barrichello's massive shunt. Saturday, the unimaginable. Roland Ratzenberger's fatal crash during qualifying. Then, Sunday, lap 7, the legendary Ayrton Senna, driving for the iconic Williams team at the infamous Tamburello corner. His car, inexplicably, veered off track. The impact was brutal. The silence that followed deafening. The world watched in horror as F1 lost its greatest icon. These twin tragedies forced a reckoning. F1 had to change or risk losing its soul. The consequences of this weekend echoed for decades, leading to a revolution in safety that transformed every aspect of the sport, from circuit design to car construction. What specific changes did these devastating losses provoke, making today's F1 cars arguably the safest in history despite their incredible speed? A weekend that changed everything. These 5 crashes, brutal and heartbreaking as they were, forged the F1 we know today. Each shattered piece of carbon fiber, each life tragically lost or miraculously saved, contributed to a relentless pursuit of safety, honoring its fallen by making every race safer for the next generation of gladiators. What do you think was the most brutal or significant F1 crash that truly changed the sport? Let us know in the comments below.